Glorfindel, a name both radiant and enigmatic, shines brightly in the legendarium of J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth. Yet, in the cinematic adaptations by Peter Jackson, this beacon of the firstborn elves is conspicuously absent. His exclusion raises a question that gnaws at fans of the books. Who exactly was Glorfindel, and why was he overlooked in the films? Let us delve into the depths of Tolkien's writings to uncover the layers of this golden-hailed elf's legacy. Born in the years of the trees, in Valinor, under the unmarred light of the Two Trees, Glorfindel hailed from the exalted Noldor lineage. As a prince of Gondolin, he was one of the mightiest elves in Middle-earth's first age. Known as the Lord of the House of the Golden Flower, his valor was immortalized during the fall of Gondolin in 510 of the First Age. In this catastrophic betrayal orchestrated by Maelin and executed by Morgoth's forces, Glorfindel fought valiantly to defend his city. His most iconic moment came during his duel with a Balrog. Glorfindel perished in this struggle, but not before casting the demon into the abyss, ensuring the survival of the Gondolindrum refugees. Fast forward to the Third Age, and Glorfindel emerges in the Fellowship of the Ring. Sent by Elrond, he seeks out Frodo and the hobbits after their encounter with the Nazgul at Weathertop. His steed, Asfaloth, carries Frodo to Rivendell, with Glorfindel holding back the Ringwraiths at the ford of Bruinen. Here, Tolkien's description imbues Glorfindel with an otherworldly light, emphasizing his transcendence as a being who has seen the light of Amanda. Tolkien's later writings reveal a pivotal twist. Glorfindel was re-embodied by the Valar, returning to Middle-earth in the Second Age as an emissary. This was no mere return. Glorfindel's reappearance symbolized the divine intervention of the Valar, echoing themes of hope and redemption in the waning days of Middle-earth. His presence at the Council of Elrond solidifies his wisdom and power, yet he remains curiously underutilized in the narrative thereafter. This, perhaps, contributes to the ease with which Peter Jackson replaced his role with Arwen in the films, prioritizing character consolidation and romantic subplots. Tolkien's writings hint at the philosophical weight of Glorfindel's return. His reincarnation bridges the splendor of the First Age with the twilight of the Third, serving as a living testament to Middle-earth's fading glory. Yet, this raises questions. Is Glorfindel a singular entity reborn, or does his return complicate the metaphysical consistency of elvish death and rebirth? Tolkien himself grappled with this in letters and later drafts, pondering the theological implications of such a character. The omission of Glorfindel in the cinematic adaptations stems partly from pragmatic storytelling. With a sprawling ensemble, the films needed to streamline narratives and relationships. Arwen, who had a peripheral role in the books, was given Glorfindel's moment of heroism at the ford of Bruinen. This decision foregrounded the romance between Arwen and Aragorn, while ensuring thematic cohesion for audiences less versed in Tolkien's legend. Another factor lies in Glorfindel's portrayal as an ethereal near-divine figure. Translating such a character's aura onto screen would require a delicate balance to avoid overshadowing the grounded humanity of the Fellowship. Jackson's focus was squarely on the protagonist's personal struggles, leaving little room for the grandeur that Glorfindel embodied. Despite his absence from the films, Glorfindel remains a cornerstone of Tolkien's mythos. He is the lens through which the cyclical nature of history and the fading splendor of Middle-earth are explored. His deeds in the First Age echo into the Third, reminding readers of the eternal struggle against darkness and the resilience of the light. In conclusion, Glorfindel's exclusion from the films does not diminish his grandeur, but rather highlights the challenges of adaptation. He stands as a beacon of Tolkien's intricate world-building, a character whose light shines beyond the pages of the books. Glorfindel's narrative reflects Tolkien's broader themes of resilience, the cyclical nature of time, and the bittersweet decline of Middle-earth's ancient beauty. As a survivor of Valinor's light and Gondolin's fall, he embodies the perseverance of the Eldar amidst unrelenting loss. His return in the Second Age also serves as a subtle parallel to the Istari, such as Gandalf, who was sent by the Valar to assist Middle-earth in its struggle against evil. What distinguishes Glorfindel, however, is his dual identity: a mortal combatant in the First Age and an immortal emissary in the Third. This contrast underscores the diminishing nature of Middle-earth's peoples and lands. Glorfindel's brilliance seems almost too grand for the Third Age, much as the elves themselves are relics of a fading world. His presence serves as a reminder of the lingering power of Valinor, even as Middle-earth moves toward an age dominated by men. In Tolkien's own words, Middle-earth was intended to represent a mythic past for our own world, and Glorfindel perfectly encapsulates this. He bridges the legendary grandeur of the Elder Days with the more grounded struggles of the later ages, a motif that resonates deeply with Tolkien's romantic sensibilities. Glorfindel's trajectory invites comparisons with other key figures in Tolkien's mythos. For instance, his battle with the Balrog mirrors Gandalf's iconic duel in the Fellowship of the Ring. Both acts symbolize self-sacrifice and the willingness to confront overwhelming darkness. Yet, while Gandalf's resurrection is tied to his divine mission as a Maiar, Glorfindel's return is framed within the theological constructs of elven reincarnation. Moreover, his unearthly light and wisdom evoke parallels with Galadriel, another survivor of Valinor. However, where Galadriel's arc centers on temptation and redemption, Glorfindel's is more static, embodying a purity that remains unsullied despite his trials. This purity may explain his underutilization in Tolkien's Third Age narratives, as his perfection offers little room for development. Instead, he serves as an idealized archetype, a living testament to the splendor of bygone eras. The decision to omit Glorfindel from the films, though lamented by fans, reflects a deliberate narrative streamlining. His role, though crucial in the books, can be perceived as episodic rather than transformative. By substituting Arwen for Glorfindel, the filmmakers enhanced her agency and deepened the emotional stakes of her relationship with Aragorn, a narrative thread pivotal to the trilogy's broader themes of love and sacrifice. Additionally, the films already grappled with conveying Tolkien's sprawling mythology to audiences unfamiliar with his work. Introducing Glorfindel's storied past might have overburdened the narrative, detracting from the immediacy of Frodo's peril. This pragmatic choice, while understandable, underscores the inherent challenge of adapting such a richly layered text. Tolkien's writings leave certain aspects of Glorfindel's story tantalizingly open-ended. For instance, was his reincarnation unique, or does it suggest a broader mechanism for elven rebirth? Tolkien himself appears to wrestle with this in the letters of J.R.R. Tolkien, contemplating whether Glorfindel's return might imply a special favor from the Valar. These ambiguities enrich Glorfindel's mystique, inviting readers to ponder the limits of Tolkien's mystical framework. Furthermore, Glorfindel's status as one of the few elves to have encountered both Morgoth and Sauron elevates him as a symbol of endurance across the ages. This dual confrontation ties his narrative to the broader themes of Tolkien's legendarium: the perpetual battle between light and shadow, and the hope that persists despite overwhelming odds. While absent from the films, Glorfindel's legacy endures in the hearts of Tolkien enthusiasts. He is not merely a warrior or a counselor, but a bridge between the mythic past and the uncertain future of Middle-earth. His luminous presence serves as a beacon of hope, and an emblem of the enduring beauty of the elder, even in their twilight. As Tolkien wrote in his correspondence, the true value of myth lies not in its details, but in its power to evoke a sense of wonder and timelessness. In Glorfindel, we find a character who encapsulates this ethos, a figure who, though often overlooked, stands among the greatest exemplars of Tolkien's mythmaking. The question of Glorfindel's exclusion becomes even more intriguing when considering how adaptations like The Lord of the Rings of Power delve into Middle-earth's Second Age. Here lies an opportunity to explore Glorfindel's re-embodiment and his role as a divine emissary against Sauron's rise. His potential inclusion could illuminate the continuity of resistance against evil, connecting the First Age heroes to later struggles. This adaptation would also allow for the exploration of Valinor's influence on Middle-earth during the Second Age, embodied in characters like Glorfindel and Galadriel. Such narratives could delve deeper into the consequences of the rebellion of the Noldor and the enduring scars it left on the elves who chose exile over bliss. The tragic nobility of Glorfindel as a figure who bridges these epochs remains a tantalizing storytelling opportunity that modern adaptations might yet seize upon. Glorfindel's story also provides a lens through which to view Tolkien's literary philosophy. His works were deeply influenced by his Catholic faith, classical mythology, and Norse sagas, all of which resonate in Glorfindel's tale. His re-embodiment recalls themes of resurrection and redemption found in Christian theology, while his heroic deeds evoke the valor of the Norse Einherjar, warriors who fight in the halls of Valhalla. Moreover, Glorfindel exemplifies Tolkien's theme of eucatastrophe, a sudden, joyous turn that brings hope amidst despair. His intervention at the fort of Bruinen not only saves Frodo, but reaffirms the resilience of the Free Peoples against the encroaching darkness. This narrative device, a hallmark of Tolkien's storytelling, underscores the central role of hope in his mythos. Glorfindel's enigmatic nature has fueled countless fan theories. Some speculate that his light, described as shining from within, marks him as uniquely blessed by the Valar. Others ponder his role in Middle-earth's apocalyptic future. Could Glorfindel return in the Dagor Dagorrat, the prophesied end-of-days battle? While Tolkien left this idea undeveloped, the notion enriches Glorfindel's mythic stature, suggesting his story is not yet complete. Additionally, his quiet power and understated heroism make him a fascinating counterpart to more central figures like Aragorn and Gandalf. Where they grapple with doubt and temptation, Glorfindel exudes a serene certainty, a testament to his connection with the untainted light of Valinor. This contrast invites reflections on the diverse ways Tolkien portrays heroism. Even within the pages of The Lord of the Rings, Glorfindel's brief appearances leave an indelible impression. His golden hair, radiant visage, and fearless demeanor evoke the elves' ancient splendor, hinting at the world's deeper history. For many fans, his exclusion from the films is not merely a loss of a character, but a diminishment of the broader tapestry Tolkien wove. Ultimately, Glorfindel remains a symbol of Tolkien's creative genius, a figure of immense power and grace whose story enriches Middle-earth's mythology. Though absent from the silver screen, his legacy endures in the hearts of readers and the imaginations of those who continue to explore Tolkien's world. In Glorfindel, we find not only a hero of legend, but a reminder of the beauty and depth that define Tolkien's work.